everybody, welcome. It's Mindful Monday and I'm Julie Hill. We're here to talk about mindfulness, and today we're going to talk about mindfulness and how it relates to your senses. Last week we were reviewing breathing techniques, and when you were breathing I was asking you to be aware of the exchange of air as it travels in and out of your body. In order to do this, you really need to tap into your sense of touch, feeling the air move in through your lungs, letting your belly expand on the inhale, and feeling the air exhale out your mouth. It's really a mindfulness practice that I suggest that you use whenever you're trying to start a practice, whether it's yoga or Tai Chi, or even if you're just standing in line and you're feeling a little anxious, or maybe you want to try to go to sleep and you can't shut off the mindful chatter in your brain. And so I offered you 3 different techniques for addressing those types of situations. And so as we start this mindfulness practice today and looking at our senses, let's take a moment to relax and to center. Maybe bring your shoulders up and check in with your body. Both feet should be on the floor. And I want you to begin to breathe through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in and out. Even though I'm not moving, my lungs are moving and responding, and I can feel my heart rate lessen, and I am beginning to relax. When we think about mindfulness, when we know about being aware of the moment, in order to be aware, you use all 5 of your senses. We just talked about the feeling sensation. And I think, a lot of people think that this mindfulness movement is a fad. But, mindfulness has been around for thousands of years. For example, if you are in a family that may sit down at the dining room table and you decide to pray or bless the food before you eat, that in fact is a mindfulness practice. Because when you are blessing the food, you are bringing reverence to the food and appreciation for how it got to the table. Generally, people mention that they are grateful for the gathering or for the people that they're with, and knowing that they may have traveled from a distance. And you also think about what it took to get the food to the table. I brought an apple today to share with you. I wish I could actually give you a piece. But I'm going to ask you to maybe think about this later on in the afternoon when you yourself, or this evening when you yourself may be eating something. The apple, to be really aware of it, it's, I'm looking at it. I see that it's yellow and red. It's nice and small. I think the small ones are nice. It's a little mushy. Not mushy, but it's softer than it was a couple days ago, so it's ripe and ready to eat. I brought a knife. Smelling it, using my senses to smell it. And I'm going to just slice out a little section here. See if I can get that out. Smells lovely. It's a gala apple, not too sweet, not too sour. It's just the way I like them. Being aware of the flavors on my tongue. You know, you move it around, you have different taste buds on different parts of your tongue. It's juicy, it also quenches your thirst. Lovely. So yeah, be aware of when you eat. I think eating is a really important place to be mindful of what you're doing. It's really not good to be walking or moving around and eating, but relax and be present in moment. Be aware of the food that you're bringing to your body for your body's wellness. I think eating is one of the most sensual activities actually that we engage in our daily lives, because it engages all of the senses. If you're having company with somebody, you're listening to a conversation, the way the food is presented on the plate is very important. It can make a difference on if you really makes you hungry for it. How did you just get hungry while you're watching me eat my apple? And the smell and the taste and the physical of touching it and feeling it in your mouth and moving down. Eating is a beautiful place to practice mindfulness. I think my most favorite form of mindfulness movement, however, is simply taking a walk, a stroll. I like to call them strolls. And because we can't get up today and walk around, which I wish we could, I thought maybe we would take a virtual stroll together. And so I want you to sit back and relax. We're going to do a little bit of a visual meditation. I'm going to take you on a walk. My favorite walk when I leave the house is to go to the lake where I live close, that's close to where I live. And so sit back and relax, both feet on the floor. Let's focus a little bit on our breathing again, breathing in through your nose and out your mouth. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And I want you to imagine that you're walking on a path in a field. It's a wide path. It's been traveled many times before, possibly by a tractor. There are 2 tracks where the wheels have worn the weeds down. And so there's no problem in walking. It's level ground. Feel your feet touch the earth of the ground. It's a beautiful day. Not too hot, not too cold, but perfect day for a stroll. Feel the wind brush the side of your cheek and see the wind as it moves. The wind blows through the weeds, moving them slightly as they wave. And you hear a bird in the distance, And you look over and you see that it's a red-winged blackbird on the edge of the field. You see the nice red on the wing. You hear the call. And as you're moving along, you notice that just in front of you, the path crests a bit. And when you reach the top of that crest, below you, you see a beautiful lake. It's not a huge lake, you can see the other side of it, but it beckons you like all vistas of lakes do. As you near the edge of the water, you notice that there's a bench sitting there. And so you decide to sit down. It's as if the bench was placed there just for you to gaze out over this beautiful lake. The water is smooth, it's not rough. And you look down and see in the shallows there are little tadpoles swimming around. And across the lake you see the distant hills, the trees are budding. They're more green now than they've been all year. The little hint of yellow and chartreuse green at its tips. And the sunshine is glistening off the surface of the lake. Like a million little stars, you see the lake dance. And again, you hear birds in the distance, and possibly a little motorboat of a faraway fisherman. Take a nice deep breath in and fill your lungs with this fresh air. And as you exhale, let your back melt into the back of the bench. Take a moment for yourself to contemplate on the beauty of the lake. Make note of any details that you might be seeing, any sounds. You feel a sense of peace swell into your heart, and as you forget about your day and you're focusing only on the moment. Close your eyes now as you sit on the bench and really listen. Listen to as many sounds as you can hear. Maybe birds, maybe crickets, maybe you hear a fish jump. Opening your ears, taking in the beauty. You all of a sudden notice a smell drift upon your senses. Possibly it smells like honeysuckle. It's in bloom everywhere. If you're allergic to honeysuckle, maybe imagine it's something else. And when you're ready, I want you to bring your awareness back into this room, leaving the lake behind you. Walking. It is such a simple thing, so much like breathing. And there's the old saying that says, stop and smell the roses. And when you walk and when you stroll, do take the time to stop. Today, just walking around our building, I noticed there were irises, those really dark, deep purple irises. Gosh, they were beautiful. Didn't have much of a smell, but later on I noticed there were a lilac bush that was in bloom, and it did have a smell. So when you walk through the day, even if you can't get outside and walk, maybe you can walk through your house, maybe noticing the little vignettes you've placed as you put on your shelves or on your tables or in your kitchen. Take a moment to look out the window, see what's going on. Notice what time it is. Do the children get off the school bus at the same time every day? Does the mailman come at the same time every day? Be aware of those simple things. And know that in this moment, everything is perfect just the way it's supposed to be. Thank you all for coming, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday on Mindful Monday. Namaste.